Coach, can you give us your thoughts on the game tonight?
Slow start. Really enjoyed midway through the first quarter, about from there to how we played until half-time. Solid third quarter. We kind of set a goal about what we were hoping to hold them to in the fourth, and they found a little bit of momentum coming downhill and then shot the ball incredibly well. And, I shouldn't have said it before the game, but it was like, this team's capable, I've got enough shooters that can make 15 threes, and they went and did it. And, there's some of those, I think, late shot clock that we can be a little bit better in kind of running them off. But again, credit to them. Lamar shot making was tough, and Nordo and Divas and Purchase, and they made shots. So happy to weather that storm a little bit like last time we played up in Brisbane. We had a similar kind of lead, and Jalen Adams got going, and now Lamar kind of did that to us as well. But obviously pleased to get Shea back, pleased to have our first game with the full squad, and deal with some foul trouble. KB, I thought, did a really good job when Finn fouled out, and 7-0 boards is an incredible stat about giving us second possessions, and that turns into a CG fouled 3 and kept the scoreboard ticking over a little bit there as well. So I thought Milk just had one of those really composed nights, putting his feet in the paint, and really just dropped it in the hole a little bit tonight. I thought he was outstanding.
It's not many Dean Vickerman teams that concede 39 in a quarter, and they did make shots, but when you see that happen, do you come out fuming, or do you come out and go, oh, look, there's context there that they did make some big shots? Like, how do you see it?
I don't know. I think I'm on it a little bit right now, because teams have made threes against us, and whether that's been guys that we've kind of allowed to gap a little bit, and they've made shots, and I don't know. I don't think we're defending the 3-point line as well as we can right now. So I was probably I'm a little hot on that for what I've felt over the last little period of the season. And, we didn't shoot it great, but we found a way to keep the scoreboard ticking over, getting to the foul line.
Stu Lash just had some really pointed words about foul count and free throw numbers, 36 to 11. Said he felt that your team gets away with a lot of holding and grabbing. Do you have a response to that, and do you think there's anything in that?
No, we want to play with a physicality, and again, if we're stepping over the line, we expect to be called for. I think we had one possession, we got 3 fouls called in the one possession there, and I think our league is encouraging our physicality right now, and hopefully we're good enough to do it the right way. But at times you're getting rewarded for really attacking the paint, and that was part of our success tonight.
I had a bit of a giggle looking at the box score at 3/4 time, and Shea played 10 minutes and he was plus 21. Can you see that without seeing the stat? Do you see the impact that he has when he's on the floor?
Oh, for sure. I thought, he had moments in practice this week, and we really wanted to get him 2 great practices, and he had moments where it's like, oh, that's, he's just dominated this little part of practice, and, look away passes, got to the rim, just was really elite. And so I was really excited to see him just come out and play tonight, and there was moments where it's like, oh, we've kind of done enough, but no, we needed him to come back and just to close out the game, and compose with his way he shot his free throws down the stretch, and just owned the game in the last couple of minutes there. So really happy with what we got out of him tonight.
Happy to be back, Shea, after 9 games out. How do you go sitting on the sidelines? Are you chomping at the bit to get back in?
It was frustrating being on the sideline, but the boys did a great job throughout the time I was out. Happy to be back. Body's a bit sore, but credit to Steve and the medical staff to getting me to where I am today.
Dean, was it a bit hard to get into an offensive momentum with so many trips to the free throw line. I mean, you only had 6 3-pointers tonight as a team.
Yeah, only 6 makes. And I think we're obviously down on the number of attempts that we I think we're up around 29, so we're down a little bit on attempts, but I thought we were having success in different areas tonight. So I thought Milt's attack on the paint and the way he finished. I thought it was just a little bit of a different game. Was it tough to get into an offensive flow? There were a lot of switching from them tonight, and so did we do a good enough job with the switching and countering that? And there'll be some areas of improvement, but I thought once we got some switches and then put our 5-man in on balls, we had some pretty good success.
Something that's been a bit of an issue at times, in the past couple of seasons, is your conversion from the free throw line. I think 86% tonight. Not happy with that.
Yeah, no, it's trending the right way. We've really tried to have emphasis on it in practice, and we put more validation shots, which if you get a win, and so it's got some more meaningful free throws in our practice over the last couple of years. But it's just a routine and a confidence, and Jesse's didn't shoot any tonight, but when you see our practice and you see how much time he's actually putting in to improve his free throws, it's quite incredible.
Can you just talk to us about Dawes' performance tonight? I thought he really set up the game for you in the first half.
Yeah, I thought he was outstanding. Like this, so composed. He's always a guy that's got time to, but again, he's had his little battles this year about, making some drop-off passes, and I just thought he's adjusted his game, and, I thought he doesn't quite go as deep right now, and people, he spins off people, and he's in that little mid-range where people have to now either come to him or leave Jesse, and that's a tough decision for people, and tonight they kind of stayed home with Jesse a little bit, and he was able to float it over him. But I loved his mindset tonight.
And Shea, just on those free throws, it was pretty crucial. Yourself late in the game.
I just had to go back to putting in the work, thinking about that, and then just going through my routine.
Dean, question on their fourth quarter. It was pretty much in a way, like for example, you had Mitch, he was kind of shut out in the first 3 quarters. Lamar wasn't huge in the first 3 quarters, and then these 2 middle players come out in the fourth quarter. I think they had 27 points combined. Are you kind of expecting that in a way, that even though you've done well, there's still a huge quarter and they have to come out eventually, or was it kind of
Yeah, as I said, it happened to us up in Brisbane. So, even though Jalen wasn't there, I have a great amount of respect for Lamar Patterson as a player, and they showed a lot of fight. That's a credit to their team. To say they lose Casey Prather, which is a massive loss to that group and what he's been doing, but to respond and play with the physicality they play with tonight and come out and make shots and never quit. They should be really proud of their team tonight.
And just a question on the man next to you. Obviously, was brilliant tonight. Only 15 minutes. We start to see that go up slowly.
Yeah, the plan was kind of to keep around 18 tonight, and it was a little bit under what we expected, but we got two games next week, and so I don't think we'll stretch him up to a 30 mark or anything like that, but if we can get a couple of good games around that 20 mark right now, I think that's what he should be playing.
Shea, how have you found settling in alongside someone like Jesse Edwards, and how easy is it to just throw it up to him and let him go to work?
Yeah, it's awesome. You just got to come down. I can play my game and get downhill, and knowing that I have a lob threat coming down the hill, coming downhill as well is pretty cool to. If I don't have anything, it's going up in the air. But he gave me a bit of he talked to me about the second lob, so
stretched him a little bit.
Yeah.
All good.